other side. Stand on the other side of the governor, please. Chief. Hello, I'm Nan Whaley, Mayor of the City of Dayton. I have with me Deputy Chief Carper, Governor Mike DeWine, City Commissioner Chris Shaw, Head of the Dayton Foundation Mike Parks, City Manager Shelley Dickstein, and Assistant Chief for the Fire Department Jeff Likens. So we have some updates to give you today. I just took a tour with the Governor and Mrs. DeWine to show the site, so he was been briefed by our team and understands what happened here early this morning, and I'm going to let him say a few words.
Thanks, Mayor.
Kind of hard.
Or here, maybe. Yeah, that works. Well, thank you, Mayor, very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My wife, Fran, and I want to express to the victims' families, the Dayton community, our great sympathy. This is a heartbreaking tragedy, and it is the type tragedy that you pray never comes to your state or to your community. Mayor and I talked earlier this morning, very early this morning. Prior to that, I'd received a call from our public safety people about the situation. I just want to say that the City of Dayton, Montgomery County, first responders, everyone has done an absolutely amazing job. You practice for these tragedies and you pray to God they never occur. If you don't practice, you're not ready. It's clear Dayton was ready. The community was ready. The Mayor has pointed out to me how many other departments have made themselves available and have been involved in helping. So I just want to thank all of them. I want to thank the Dayton Police Department, the officers who were involved in ending this tragedy, their professionalism, their quickness, their amazing courage, and their response undoubtedly saved many, many, many lives. We will never know how many lives were saved, but you know, police department and the mayor gave me the tour. My wife Fran and I the tour a few minutes ago, and the assailant was obviously very, very close to being able to kill dozens and dozens more people. So in this tragedy, we have to thank our first responders. We have to thank our police department for the amazing job that they have done. The mayor and I have been in contact throughout the morning. We'll continue to be in contact. I've made it clear to her that any resources that we have in the state certainly is available from our mental health specialists. And our highway patrol, of course, has been involved as well. But again, my hat's off to the City of Dayton, to the police department, and to the first responders. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you so much. Certainly appreciate the Governor's help, Ohio State Patrol as well, who have been terrific as we've gone through a number of these issues over the past summer. The Governor has always been one to quickly call, quickly check in, and then be here when we're dealing with these issues. So certainly appreciate your personal leadership. We have some updates from police, and so I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Chief Carver.
Thank you, Mayor. First thing I'd like to do is go ahead and confirm the identity or release the identity of the shooter. The shooter in this incident is Connor Betts, C-O-N-N-O-R-B-E-T-T-S, white male, 24, date of birth 10/28/94. And I would ask, it's our understanding that that some images of the suspect have been posted by media, and some of those are not correct. So please make sure that you have the correct photograph or image of the suspect when you report that. And secondly, there's, I believe some of the media has the wrong Facebook posting on their website. So if you would, please make sure that you have the correct ones so we're identifying the proper person and the proper person's image. With that, we will have additional information at 4 o'clock. We originally thought it'd be about a 3 o'clock briefing for a more comprehensive view of what happened and what the response was. That's going to be at 4 o'clock right here at this location. So we will give you additional information on the suspect and actually what transpired. At this time, I'll give you the names and demographics of the 9 people who were killed. And the first one is Lois Oglesby, Oglesby, black female, 27. The second one is Megan Betts, Betts, white female, 22. Saeed Saleh, Saleh, black male, 38. Derek Fudge, black male, 57. Logan Turner, white male, 30. Nicholas Coomer, Cummer, white male, 25. Thomas McNichols, McNichols, black male, 25. Beatrice Warren Curtis, black female, 36. And Monica Brickhouse, black female, 39. Those are the 9 names of the individuals who were killed overnight. With that, I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
So tonight I want to also announce we will have a vigil at 8 p.m. We've talked with the leaders of the Oregon Business District Association. It will be on the streets of Fish Street in the Oregon District at 8 p.m. this evening. Also, the blood center is closed today. We've been informed they have adequate supply today, but we want to remind people that if they want to take action, it would be good to donate blood tomorrow. And we have a special effort that we're putting together, and I want to thank the Dayton Foundation and have Mike Parks come forward to explain what we're trying to do for victims' families.
Thanks, Mayor. First, our thoughts and prayers are with the families and the victims. As 2 months ago, we learned as a community we came together to help those in need, and once again we'll do that. And as we speak, a fund is being established called the Dayton Oregon District Tragedy Fund at the Dayton Foundation. That'll be up and going later this afternoon for those that would like to help. And if you'd like to help your neighbors and friends, there'll be a way to do that and to assist those that have been impacted.
Thank you, Mike. I think what's most amazing about our community is once people woke up this morning as early as 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., folks and leaders from across the community called or reached out and said, what can I do? And then others we called and they immediately stepped in. And I want to really appreciate the Dayton Foundation for doing this quickly, as we know that there will be people that weren't prepared, obviously, for such a tragic event in their families. All right, with that, I'll open it up for question. Mike Campbell.
Can you tell us whether the Betts woman that died is related to sister, aunt, whatever, of the suspect?
Yes, that's the sister of the suspect.
Was she found in a different location from your other shooting victims?
All 9 shooting victims were located in the Oregon District on or around Fifth Street.
Is there another crime scene in a different area related to this?
As I said earlier, the investigation leads us in different directions. So obviously we look at vehicles, we look at houses, and yes, we did conduct a search warrant earlier today.
Can you please say and spell one more time the names of the 9 people?
And we will put this on our site as well. So how about we do that?
Maybe
Is that
that'd be
okay?
best.
I think that'll be best. We'll put that up.
You
And-
mentioned that all of the victims were found in the same location, but we're hearing reports that the suspect's sister and boyfriend were found in a car. Can you comment on that?
That's incorrect. And I will say that the family members of all 9 people who are deceased have been notified, and a victim witness member from the Montgomery County Prosecutor's Office has been assigned to each of those families to help them through this process as well.
And that's why we waited until this afternoon to release the names.
Deputy Chief, have you learned anything further about a possible motive?
We will address that at 4 o'clock as best we can. We will be able to provide much more information on the actual incident itself at 4 o'clock.
Suspect is in Bellbrook, is that correct?
The address that we where he was staying and where we conducted a search warrant earlier today was in Bellbrook. That is correct.
I want to ask the governor, actually, I mean, being former Greene County prosecutor, the suspect being from your own backyard, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, all the victims are from our own backyard too, and so this is just an immense tragedy. No matter where the victims are from, they're victims, and our heart goes out to the families. But this is a Miami Valley tragedy.
Can you comment on the suspect's clothing? We're hearing that something on his sweatshirt represented death.
I cannot. We will comment more at 4 o'clock. I don't know if we'll get into that greater detail, but we will provide as comprehensive of an overview of what occurred at 4 o'clock.
Was the shooting in the parking lot behind Ned Pepper's and hole in the wall, or on the street?
The shooting took place on and around the street and sidewalk of
Fifth
East Fifth
Street.
Street.
So he moved during the shooting?
We're telling you that the shooting took place on East 5th Street and on the sidewalks of East 5th Street.
Okay, not the parking lot.
Not the parking lot, correct.
You said that it was the shooter's sister, and the shooter's sister, but what about a boyfriend? Have you confirmed that this shooter's sister and her boyfriend were all
We can give a little bit more information at 4 o'clock on that.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
We'll try to get you a general idea of that at 4 o'clock.
Governor DeWine, you said that Dayton was clearly prepared for this. Does that speak to the fact that though 9 people were killed, there's no way to avoid that?
Well, I think that's the first thought that always goes through your mind whenever there is a tragedy of any kind. The question is that policymakers have to think about is there anything we can do in the future to make sure something like this does not happen? And make sure is the wrong term, but to lessen the possibility or to lessen the number of people who were killed. These mass shootings, if you go back, and I don't pretend to be an expert, but they're all alike and they're all different in that sense. And so sometimes you get different lessons from each one of them. I don't think today is the day to try to draw the lessons because frankly we don't have all the facts, and there's going to be ample time for all of us to talk about what we learned from this tragedy. But again, without all the facts, I would just tell people just wait till you get all the facts, and then we can start having those discussions.
In fairness, I think the mayor said that this is the 250th mass shooting this year. It's the 216th day of the year. That's more than one a day right now at this pace. At what point has enough time expired before you can act before the next one?
Well, you've asked, well, in all due respect, you've asked several questions at the same time. Let me just say that there will be ample time for us to discuss the lessons learned from what happened today. But let's first get the facts and get all the facts out, and there'll be time to have those discussions. Each one of us who is in public office has an obligation to take what facts that occur, to take tragedies, whether it's a natural disaster, whether it's the disaster of a mass shooting such as this, whatever it is, and try to come up with the lessons learned.
Just a question for I'm wondering if any of the victims, particularly you believe, were targeted specifically, the sister or her boyfriend, believe specifically sought them out in any way, or any of the other 8?
We will we'll address that best we can at 4 o'clock. I will say this, due to the very short timeline of violence, it's hard to imagine that there was much discrimination in in the shooting. It happened in a very short period of time.
Will that be something that you'll continue to investigate in hate crime?
Absolutely. You know, we're always looking at what could have motivated such a horrific action as this. And like I said this morning, we're interviewing dozens of people and going through a lot of different, electronic evidence, other evidence, to try to determine that. We don't have that answer yet. This is the first day. This is this is going to be a lengthy investigation. So we'll do our best to get the information to you. But speculating at this point would be premature.
The shooter's family cooperative at this time?
I won't address that.
We said earlier that it was a .223 caliber AK-like long rifle, and he had extra magazines as well as he was wearing body armor.
Did he have extra guns or just that one gun?
We can get you more specifics at 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4 o'clock.
I bet we'll see you all at 4 o'clock. I want to recognize some people that are here. The coroner's office has been in great partnership. Obviously, the coroner has been in autopsy all day, so Eric Blaine is here. State Representative Phil Plummer is here. I see State Auditor David Yost is here. And my dear friend, and I don't think I'd get through anything without Mayor of Kettering, Don Patterson. Okay, we'll see you in a few hours.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll see you at 3 o'clock. We're going to have a press conference at 3 and a press conference at 4, because I know how much you guys love press conferences. Thank you.